33 is a very, very sacred and holy number, which the Cabal has inverted.
Well, it's that. Here's the other thing. Let's remember again, the Masons, the whole thing about Freemasonry, the organization itself was not a dark organization to begin with. It was infiltrated. The principles of Masonry, the esoteric principles of Masonry, are very sacred, and they're linked to this whole hierarchy and this whole system that we're talking about. It's just that, same thing with the Kabbalah, same thing with all these different practices. They're all linked to something very holy and sacred. They've just been co-opted by dark occultists.
Yeah.
But yes, it is. You're absolutely right.
Well, actually, in numerology, 33 represents the Christ vibration, which is the recognition of divinity in all things. It's the vibration of unconditional love for all things, recognizing the divinity in all things. And the crucifixion was exactly timed to fulfill. And also the date is wrong.
Right.
Jesus was born. He was the master to herald the Piscean Age. He was born at the beginning of the Piscean Age, so he's actually born as a Pisces. He was born in March.
Right.
As a Pisces. But the church, I think, around the time that they removed the doctrine of reincarnation from the teachings, I think they also changed the date in order to compete with the pagans.
Yes, that's exactly correct. It was to compete and eventually dismantle.
Yeah, and they did both those things. Well, anyway, this here is the founder of my organization. He was, like I said, he was a medium, and certain entities spoke through him. And one of them was Jesus, actually.
And did you want to read this?
I figure we'll close with it since it's Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Go for it.
And actually, it's called Do Not Make This a Time of Hypocrisy. And that was delivered by the Master Aetherius, which is another one of these entities. But then it goes on to Jesus speaks, and he actually delivered a new prayer, which we call the New Lord's Prayer.
Wow.
And we use this prayer. It's called the New Lord's Prayer. Okay. It's quite different from the Lord's Prayer, which actually I think probably lost a lot in translation.
Oh, yeah.
There are people who say the Aramaic version is a lot more mystical and
I'm not surprised, and I've actually, that's what I wanted to do for a while, was get find the original Aramaic and find a translation that did it justice. So
yeah, so this is called the New Lord's Prayer, but I'm not going to read. This is his preface before he delivered this, and this was delivered around Christmas time, because do not make this a time of hypocrisy. He's talking about Christmas.
Right.
He says, "Oh, my sweet, adorable children." This is Jesus speaking through the founder, and we have recordings of this too. Actually, we have all these recordings. "Let the great tide of love flow through you all. If you would make the vistas of your life wide, then send out your active love. If you would allow the wondrous light of mighty God to flow like an unrestricted stream from your heart, you would in return find a lasting inner joy which would warm you in the coldest night, would feed you in the bleakest deserts of your starvation. My children, you have been instructed that when you perform my practice, you should do so with your very hearts and souls. He's talking about the 12 blessings, but that's another thing. That was delivered on 12 consecutive Sundays, but that's what he's talking about there. The next time you do this, send forth your great love in a stream, which is delicately balanced, yet firm and strong and quick and sure. And to the very ends of your earth will this go, and naught can stop it. If at this time you would remember me, then do so in your every action. Do so in your every thought, in your every prayer. Do so with all the atoms of your being, and let your mighty love shine out. Let it go forth unto the world. This, O adorable children, would be the greatest memory of me. Not your words, but your actions. Remember this. Left I not you once to be remote, for I have never left you, but am here now. I am here always to help you, to guide you, to give you my love and my blessing. If you would help in return, then, O adorable children, send out this power to all the world.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah, I think it's really profound, and we have many of those, which we believe came from Jesus. And that's the type of vibration that comes from him through all of these.